Hello everyone. Today we are on our beginning of a documentary, Inside the Fog. We'll be taking into account what survivors and killers do as they go about their duties. We'll be using the perk Bond so that we have a 36-meter range in which we can see our allies, extending it by using open-handed for a further 16 meters. Then we will be using Kindred, which will also be extended to 32 meters. Showing when the killer is near a hawk. We'll be using an alert so that we know exactly when a killer is breaking or performing the breaking action. This will work for generators and pallets. Then we'll be using a broken key which has 10 seconds of use with a blood amber, so that we can reveal the killer's aura within the 32-meter range, also possibly added by open-handed. And this will increase the key's usage, but we'll be adding another add-on to get more seconds. So, this should allow us to proceed by documenting the actions and behaviors of the survivors and killers within the fog. Let us see how this turns out with Vittorio Toscano, discovering the secrets inside the fog. Okay, well it looks like we are on Leary's. We'll be looking around. Ah, there we go. We can see our fellow survivors. They go about their duties inside the fog. We can watch them. It does appear that Kayla does have the quick and quiets. Killer does have the gen crabs. Let's do a little mind channeling. Ah, and we have an Oni. Oni is a little blood demon that likes to hit people and suck the blood out of them. It does appear that our survivor friends are possibly running towards such a monstrosity, but we will see exactly how this turns out, I guess. As only time can tell. Ah, it does appear Nia did get a hit by the Oni. This presents as a problem, as the Nia will now be bleeding little blood orbs everywhere that she goes. It appears that Michaela got hit as well. There is our friend, the Oni, proceeding to follow the blood orbs. He now has his power and is ready to insta-down. This presents as a possible problem. Now we proceed to give her the back rub so that she is not bleeding anymore. Although we may have fucked that up a little bit. Now we present with a problem that it appears that we're the one being chased. The problem now is that the fact that the Oni may want to slap us. Give us the dickens. It does appear that he wants to get hold of the Nia with the flashlight and also give her a little slap. Although the other two survivors may manage to give us the back rubbings to save our life. And it does appear that we are free. Now the Oni, having gained nothing from this particular instance, is frustrated. As he proceeds to chase, I guess, the Nia in this situation. Yes, he is proceeding to chase Nia. Due to the fact that we leave little blood bubbles everywhere, it's in our best interest to heal. Although it appears Michaela has paid me back with a back rub that ended in getting ripped. Appears tit for tat is on the scales here. It's something we may engage in. Now we can see the open-handed giving dividends as we proceed to be able to see the killer's aura in distances away from the hawk. Nia proceeds to go for the Kirby. does not do so. Ah, she has left a pallet, slapped it on the ground. It does appear that Ernie will be chasing Michaela. As Michaela now proceeds to give him the runaround. Another generator is ticked off by the other survivors. And perhaps Ernie will, get something from his power this time. It does appear that he gets the down. Doesn't look like Nia will be going for any type of save with the flashlight, so this will be his second hook. As we proceed to possibly get this generator, we'll find out whether or not the Scourge hook is in play. Does he happen to have pain resonance? Does not appear that he has the pain resonance. As he proceeds to suck some blood bubbles. He is heading in the direction of the other two. Let's see whether or not the key gives us any information. Does not appear that Ernie is over in this corner. As we startle some more crows, completing our... Oh dear. Well, there's a problem presenting in of itself. Let's see whether or not he goes for the tunnel one or goes for us. It appears he will be going for us this time. Ah, no pallet there. Clearly a mistake on my behalf. As we proceed to put ourselves in quite the predicament. If the, well, we have managed to get a jump through, which actually pays off. There's the break of the pallet. Oh dear, that did not work out in our favor. Appears we have given ourselves an electric. It does not appear that we managed to get underneath the pallet. Although Nia does give the best flashlight attempting that she could. I'm unsure whether or not this will pay off. It does indeed, and it appears that the ace may take the body block, saving us all perhaps. Or this could happen. As he proceeds to run and slam his bat. Or he decides to disconnect and not give any of the survivors the points for escaping. Who could have foreseen such a thing? Ernie has proceeded to be a bad sport and DC at the very end. Complaints does appear that Ernie has complications and we will simply give him the GG. Does appear that he had unhappiness with what he was doing. He did not like that he was rubber banding and did not have a good time with that match. Alright, it appears that we have landed on the Garden of Joy within the Withered Isle. Beside us is a Meg. It does appear that we have a Pinhead in play. Pinhead loves to have his little box, and if we do not get said box, we all get chains. Which tends to be a problem in trying to do our deeds. Does tend to make life difficult, but it does seem that most survivors are in fact doing generators. Though it does seem he found his box first, therefore chains will be presenting a problem for everyone in play. Till said box is eradicated again. We will attempt to get the box away from him. and save everyone a problem. Well, at least we can see our teammates. There we go, the box is now out of play and not presenting itself as a problem. As one can see, it does pester people quite often, being grabbed by chains out of nowhere. Such as the powers of this killer. It'd basically be a nuisance to anybody in existence. Returning to Hook in order to analyze whether or not anybody has gone for the save. Keeping an eye on the Hook. He is not camping, just simply proxying said Hook. Looking for an easy slap to get his next hook. He just happens to have a patrol pattern that seemed to circulate around the Hook. It does appear that Meg is in fact keeping him busy though with the runaround. As long as she keeps him away from this generator, we will get it done. Now it appears to be one generator out of the equation, and no longer a problem in this match. As he proceeds to slap that generator and call it a bitch. Megan appears to have been given what for across the map. The box is back now in play, and it does appear that the killer has pain resonance as his scourge hook. Making our two friends over there scream as he now comes towards us. He should most likely proceed on to those two, leaving us to get this unhooked safely. It does appear that he is chasing the Adam Francis and proceeds to get it down. Seems we may have to worry about the box as our time with the chains is starting to accumulate to boiling point. Megan has decided that she will proceed to get on the generator. And we are going to solve this little box while he is attempting to hook. There we go. We do a sneaky little tactic and don't have to deal with the pinhead at all, as he proceeds to chase after the Megan. It does appear that we'll be doing back rubs in multitude, as we have two people present who are injured. And both survivors are now healed, no longer moaning and groaning about their injuries. Now it is in our best interest to complete generators. It appears that he has found the Adam and would like to chase him and possibly capture him for a hook. Though perhaps he has actually left the Adam. And it does appear that he has, in order to go back after the Leon. who is indeed on death hook. So this killer would rather get Leon out of the match than Adam. Leon proceeds to attempt to blind the pinhead in a ritual of which he has succeeded to blind the pinhead. One can see why these chains present themselves as quite the problem and reoccurring. As we proceed to juke a few chains, we've managed to save ourselves from the predicament. Although it does appear that he has decided to go for the person holding the box in Megan. We complete the generator upstairs. And manage the ritual. Although we should probably give Megan the back rubs. Adam Francis will be taking a hook this time. But in such, he does save the Leon from being hooked. Which may allow our opportunities of escaping as a four-man to prevail. It does appear he did not get the hook. Something happened and he failed in his ability to get said hook. Well, it does appear quite even, so if the Megan does help us, we will manage to get this generator in record time, perhaps beating Leon, while also presenting that two generators being done at the same time will bode more of a problem for the Pinhead. Pinhead proceeds to get at him again, hoping for a scourge hook. Will he succeed in getting it before we complete the generator? He does in fact succeed in getting it before we complete ours. Does appear that he will be going for the same trick. He'll be proceeding with the same trick, including a little pallet throw. As we proceed with another cheeky little trick and go the opposite direction. Proceed to attempt to juke chains without even looking at them. Here's Megan will be getting a little cheeky body block from ourselves. As we proceed to get a four-man escape. After all, look at that. And so the documentary concludes with a pinhead match. Vittorio Toscano has achieved learning more secrets of how the fog functions and what happens with the survivors and the killers inside of it.